Today, our field study is on knowledge and awareness about sedentary lifestyle among the rural people. So, we have done a field study on a specific age group, that is middle age. Nowadays, you can see that the sedentary lifestyle is very much common in both rural and urban people. And we are very much concerned about the rural people because rural people, we know that they are mainly based on village and their economy is based on agriculture. So they are working class of people. But the sedentary lifestyle is also in their lifestyle. So at first the introduction of our presentation will be given and we will know what is sedentary lifestyle. So sedentary lifestyle is any type of activity with low energy expenditure. What do you mean by low energy expenditure? It is meant that we are taking enough calories but we are unable to burn the calories. So the extra calories are being stored in our body. So the activity with low energy expenditure is called sedentary lifestyle. And how we will know that it is sedentary lifestyle? We will know that if we take enough calories but we are sitting, we are watching television, we are spending our time in phone, using Wi-Fi, laptops, watching movies or watching satellite TVs. This is all the sedentary lifestyle. And the sedentary lifestyle predisposes adverse health issues. What do you know about the adverse health issues? That is uncommunicable, the non-communicable disease. That is diabetes mellitus, that will be hypertension, that will be also with cancer. So this type of adverse health issue is seen in sedentary lifestyle. And our study explores rural peoples. I have already mentioned that the sedentary lifestyle is very much common in urban people, but we are seeing this that rural people are also inhabited with this sedentary lifestyle. So this study explores rural people's awareness about risk of sedentary lifestyle. Okay. So now our objectives. Our general objectives, the study aims to evaluate the awareness about sedentary lifestyle among middle-aged rural people. What do you mean by middle-aged rural people? According to WHO criteria of middle-aged, it is said that 40 to 60. The age between 40 to 60 is middle-aged. Okay. So their awareness about sedentary lifestyle in middle-aged rural people. A specific objective is to analyze the particular pattern of lifestyle, to assess awareness level about sedentary lifestyle, to analyze demographic factors influencing sedentary lifestyle. Okay. Now the justification of our study is growing the prevalence of sedentary lifestyle. I have already mentioned about that. Impact of middle-aged population, influence of demographic factors, contribution to public health initiatives. Okay. The scope of the study is to investigate and analyze the awareness patterns and demographic factors influencing sedentary lifestyles among middle-aged rural people with the broader goal to improving health outcomes through better lifestyle awareness and practice. Our methodology of the study. So our study is designed as cross-sectional study. Our sampling technique is purposive. A study period, it is a short period, 1 day. It is held in 24th of February 2025. Our study area was Hatigara village. It is nearly our BARD. Sample size, we have interviewed 50 respondents and our data collection tools was especially designed data collection form. Data analysis, data were expressed in values, percentage and presented in tables and diagrams. We will show it later. And ethical consideration, the confidentiality of the respondent and data was strictly maintained. As it is a medical purpose and our ethics says that we should maintain the confidentiality of the respondents. Our limitation, we have also our limitation. The study was conducted very short period. I have also mentioned information collected only 50 middle-aged people. The report was also prepared in a short period of time. Does not represent the scenario of whole operation. Okay. So now I will come to the gist of our report, and we will show you some findings in tables and in diagrams. At first, I will show you that our key point of our study is middle age. So we have tried to interview some people who are aged between 40 to 60. Here 40 to 50 we have respondents about 26, the percentage is 52%. We have 23 respondents in 51 to 60 aged, and above 60 years we have 1 respondent. So our total respondent is 50%, and we have interviewed all the 50 people. Okay, the distribution of gender, we have said that male we have interviewed 54%, that is 27 of our 50 respondents, and female is 46%. So that is our male-female ratio, and we have tried to know about their social monthly income, because sedentary lifestyle is also a dependent part with their monthly income. So we have tried to know their monthly income. We learned that in 21,000 to 30,000 there are 17 respondents. In 31 to 40,000 there are 25 respondents, and above 40,000 there is 8 respondents. So now distribution of study population by awareness about the risks of sedentary lifestyle. We try to interview them how they are aware about the sedentary, they know about sedentary lifestyle or not. So we have learned that 60% of the people, look at this percentage, they have known that diabetes mellitus, hypertension, and this is an integral part of their life, and this is also caused by sedentary lifestyle. They have known that, and this is percentage 60%. This is a huge percent, and another 40%, and I have learned that, and 40% maximum are women. They don't know about the sedentary lifestyle and this kinds of diseases. So this is a very interesting slide. They are daily spending time on watching TV and movie. It is very much alarming. So you can know about this, that they watch TV. It is very much common that satellite TV is already reached in rural people. Maximum people, about 25 of 50 people watch TV about 1 hour. And 1 to 3 hours, that kind of people. Watching TV for 4 to 6 hours is less than 5. Watching TV more than 6 hours is below 5. And mobile laptop, you know that the Wi-Fi and broadband is now pretty much spreading in rural area, and Wi-Fi is very much common in the rural area. So they are spending mobile and laptop 0 to 2 hours, 25 people. Mobile laptop 2 to 4 hours, more than 15 people. Mobile laptop 4 to 8 hours, more than 5 people. And mobile and laptop more than 8 hours, it is less than 5 people. Daily desk work sitting time 4 to 8 hours. In 68% of people, they are sit ideally 4 to 8 hours, and more than 8 hours 20% people, 2 to 4 hours 12% of people. Okay. Daily performance of exercise, physical activity. They are rural people. They are pretty much familiar with physical activities. 72% people are aware of physical activities, and they do physical activities. Less physical activities is 28%. Walk instead of using vehicle. The maximum people walk and don't use vehicles. It is 80% of people, and 20% of people don't walk and use their vehicles to go to their workplace. So now I will hand over my next session to my fellow colleagues, Dr. Shuvendu. He will run the next session.
morning, sir, and my dear colleagues, and thank you, my fellow presenter, Dr. Tritirtho, for the nice presentation. Then I will continue the next part of our presentation. Dr. Tritirtho mentioned earlier why we choose the middle-aged group and the sedentary lifestyle. Then I will figure out the things why we choose the rural people. We know about the sedentary lifestyles are very much common in the urban people or the city people, but why we choose in the rural people? I will explain it later. Then the second point is the figure 7. If we look at the daily average sleeping hours, is in the chart. More than 8 hours sleeping, only 10% people of our study, and 6 to 8 hours are only 70%. And even we see that 4 to 6 hours sleeping time is 20% people. We know from our very childhood that the people from rural villages or rural areas, they go to bed earlier and rise earlier. Their sleeping time is more than 8 hours or 9 hours, even more than 10 hours. But in our study, we see that their sleeping time is decreasing. Why it's happening? My colleague Dr. Tritirtho mentioned earlier that the TV, internet, and the screen time increasing in rural areas also, and the broadband connections are also available in rural areas. So as they don't know the proper use and the maintaining capacity, they spend a lot of time on these things, and that's rural people's sleeping time are decreasing very fast. And the another figure is they have a heavy meal intake at lunch or dinner. No heavy meal, only 26%, but heavy meal is 74%. As you know, we are going to a developing country, so our expenses capacity are increasing. But we don't know about our health issues. We are not concerning about our health issues. So over meal and heavy meal creates a deleterious effect on our health that are not about they're not aware the people of the rural areas. And we are going the next figure. Figure 9 uses extra salt in meal. We know that salt are directly interconnected with the hypertension, and hypertension is one of the leading cause for our non-communicable diseases, and the malignant hypertension, mild hypertension, severe hypertension, all are connected. And as salt are directly involved, so uses of extra salt, this scenario were figured out. Next, we are going figure 10, the sugar intake. After salt intake, if the salt intake was interconnected with the hypertension, then sugar intake is interconnected with our diabetes mellitus. We know excessive sugar doesn't cause diabetes mellitus, but if we are at the 11th hour of our diabetes, or if we are a diabetes patient, then sugar causes a deleterious effect on our health. And then intake of street and restaurant food. It's too much common in our modern area and rural area. Once upon a time, we have a family and we used to take our familiar foods and like green vegetables and the homemade foods. But in time of modern times, the scenario has been changed. And now, people are more likely to take street unhygienic food and restaurant foods. And in this figure, we see that sometimes take percentage is 50%, never take only 6%. That represents the 94% people sometimes or in any times in their life take street and restaurant foods, which is so much unhygienic. In the next figure, and the BMI study, we know about the BMI study, body mass index. We can define it as our weight and height ratio. We have a chart that if our BMI range is 18.5 to 24, then it's said to be a normal BMI, but if it is exceeds more than 24 and above, so it's from the overweight, obese and excessively obese. We see in the chart that more than 30 BMI is the 40% people in rural area, and 25 to 29.9 BMI, we can say the overweight is the 54% people. What a deleterious scenario it is. In rural areas, 54% people are obese now, and that's the cause we choose the rural people about the sedentary lifestyle. And I think our study and our scenario will represent a clear picture of the rural people that they are converted from a healthy lifestyle to a unhealthy lifestyle. And we ask the people of the rural area, is their job is stressful or not? We find that the 90% job are not stressful for them, only 10% job are stressful. That's the positive impact. And discussion on our interpretation, then we can say the sedentary lifestyle awareness, while 60% are aware of the risks, or my fellow colleague mentioned earlier the percentages, and the 40% awareness that highlights the need for awareness programs. And he mentioned that among the 40%, majority are the women. And screen time and the sitting behavior, prolonged sitting, more than 4 to 8 hours for 6 to 8%, and high mobile uses to increase the health risks. Or TV screen and mobile screen is the key factor for this screen time and sitting behavior patterns. Encouraging active breaks and reduce screen time is essential. We think physical activity and commuting, while 80% walk to work. We see another scenario. They are used to work, but not for exercise. They are used to work, but they go to their workplaces by walking for that. So it's not count as exercise in rural people. And 72% are active, only 28% engage in structured exercise, indicating room for improvement for fitness routines. And the dietary patterns, high sugar consumption 70% may lead to metabolic disorders like diabetes mellitus, hypertension, and the others. And heavy meals, percentage 74% may increase the obesity risk. As we mentioned in the BMI chart, more than 50% people are obese in rural areas already. And street food consumption, 50% requires monitoring for food safety and hygiene concerns. And obesity concerns, 54% overweight and 14% obesity. And there is mental health is also an issue. Only 10% feel work-related stress, which is a positive indicator for mental well-being. It is the only positive indicator of our whole scenario in the study. Then if I go to conclusion, this study underscores the importance of assessing sedentary lifestyle awareness among middle-aged rural people who play a vital role in promoting rural economy and agriculture. By analyzing their awareness, lifestyle patterns, and demographic influences, the research provides insights that can enhance health promotion strategies. Improving people's understanding of sedentary behavior can lead to better patient guidance and more effective interventions to reduce the stated health risks. This study contributes effort at mitigating the negative impacts of sedentary lifestyles and promoting healthier behaviors in the community. And our recommendations are educational programs for village people that creates awareness, and incorporating lifestyle counseling in rural area, as it is new in rural area, we know about cities, and promoting workplace wellness, and regular health workshops, policy development, and further research. And we showed some pictures where we collected the data. This first one is me with a carpenter, and this right with Dr. Tritirtho. He is a man of 55 years, and he has spent 30 years in the abroad in Saudi Arabia, and now he passes the sedentary lifestyle and didn't work anything, and he is affected with the diabetes mellitus, hypertension, and many other non-communicable diseases. We collected his proper health data. And thank you so much for the patient hearing.
Thank you. Now the floor is open for asking questions. From the last bench, anyone interested asking question from the last bench? No.
Thank you, Dr. Shuvo and Dr. Tritirtho, for your nice presentation. My question is, what was the main purpose behind this research?
Thank you, Dr. Fairuz. The main purpose of the research is, I mentioned earlier, but again telling, we know about the city or urban people that they spend a lot in their screen time and their lifestyle is not good and their food habit is not healthy. They take more restaurant foods rather than the homemade foods. But this scenario is being changed, and this tendency is growing in the rural areas. So we wanted to know about the rural people, how they are spending their lifestyle, how they are eating, how much time they spend in their schemes, and is there maintaining a healthy lifestyle or a sedentary lifestyle or a unhealthy lifestyle. So we do this collective data for rural people's sedentary lifestyle. I think you got your answer.
Thank you. Anyone from the right side? No question? So one question should go for Dr. Tritirtho. Yes.
First of all, thank you for your nice presentation. My question to Tirtho. You showed the adverse effect of sedentary lifestyle rather than healthy lifestyle. Do you need sedentary lifestyle or healthy lifestyle?
Thank you very much, Mr. Moshul. We have shown you a BMI chart. My BMI is 27. So I already led a sedentary lifestyle. I am among these people, but I live in urban area. So my data collection will be done. If you do a data collection on urban people, I will be included. Thank you.
Okay. Dr. Moni.
Thanks to the presenter for their smart presentation. In your presentation, you mentioned the awareness issue. There, 40% were unaware, and Dr. Tritirtho mentioned that most of them were female. So, at the last part of your presentation, Dr. Shuvo, you mentioned that multiple awareness program can be taken to increase the awareness. So you have studied it, you give a lot of time. So I want to know specifically two priority of awareness program, which is involving your mind, that as a policymaker, you took the decision, what will be the two specific awareness program? Thank you.
You mentioned, and my fellow colleagues also mentioned, that the unaware 40% among them are mostly women. So I think if I take two policies, so my policies would be shaped like that program that would be reached to women very easily. Then I think as women spend much of their time in the home areas, so I think the awareness programs should be displayed in our channels and our TV programs so that they can reach easily in their home. And this should be figured as like that the women can understand it very easily. Like in any, and I say in Bangla, like in short film, Choto Natika, Choto advertisement, and this kind of programs should be implemented for that so that women can understand these things easily.
Thank you very
Can
much.
I ask? You know about the non-communicable disease. It is a OP in our health sector, and the community clinics. There are 14,000 of community clinics. If we can show a display board in this community clinic, and this women are the main service taker in this community clinic. While they will visit the community clinic, they will see the display, and the community clinic CHCP will give them some leaflets, and this kind of things will make them aware about the sedentary lifestyle.
Thank you very much. The way the presentation was very good and live. Though you people are very silent, I think you are a very good listener. That's why you people are silent and listen to the presentation. And the way they presented, the PowerPoint and other issues, the voice modulation and the pronunciation was up to the mark. After that presentation, some of you asked some questions which is very much relevant with their study, and one very question came from what is the reason of choosing this type of topic, and you answered it very nicely. Another issue came from Dr. Modi that what will be the campaign program or what will be the awareness program, and you answered it. And while you were asking, I was thinking what would be the better way. I think the best way would be social media like Facebook. Yes, because maybe 3 or 4 days ago I was discussing with my wife about one special type of gift that is now becoming very popular, that is specially gift. So I was discussing, arguing with my wife whether it is applicable or not. Or sometimes I discuss with her about some kind of salad, different type of salad, which is very good. The thing is, social media is nowadays is very important, very influential. I think this can be done. And another issue is social campaign. And the main problem of the women is not their physical stress, their mental stress. Women are much more mentally stressed. I see my wife, she is always in stress. I say, why? Why so stressed? Why so tough? That the problem is women are, in anthropology, it is said that they have to focus in different issues. Child, family, husband, then business, or job, or relation with others. But they are multi-focused. So they are much more stressed than the male. We are not multi-focused. We are very focused. We are much more straightforward. Okay, that's why the stress level of women are much higher than the male. But the thing is, this is a very important issue. Is very important, and for your further research, because you're going back to this board, and this topic is related with your study. I think the further research can be done, and we can find out, and we can give you a new solution of your future research. And thank you very much. I am formally saying you goodbye, because after 2 days, I will see you in the street or corridor or other places, not in the class. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We will see you also.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. Another one, please. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. একটু ক্লোজ হবেন, স্যারের সাথে একটু ক্লোজ হবেন। রেডি? 1, 2, 3. Again. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Thank you.